welcome to the 2024 Access to Justice Awards, Labor of Love. I'm going to first ask a question. Can everyone hear me? I had to ask because last year I understand we had some technical difficulties. That was me being a little tongue-in-cheek, forgive me for that. Tonight we have some very distinguished guests that I would like to acknowledge, if I may. I'm going to ask that we applaud at the very end because I have a long list. Boy, do we have some very infamous people here tonight. I would like to start with our honorees. Well, actually, I'm going to start with the others since the honorees are taking pictures for us outside. I'm going to start with our presiding judge, Judge Lisa Rogan. And Honorable Rod Cortez. Is he with us tonight? Great. Honorable Dina Amani. Honorable Kimberly Apalu. Honorable Michael Dobler. Honorable Janet Frangi. Honorable Donna Garza. Honorable Thomas Garza. Honorable Marie Moreno Myers. Honorable Aruna P. Rodrigo. Honorable John Pacheco. Honorable Brian S. McCarville. Honorable Wilford Snyder. Honorable Lenita Skorts. Honorable John Vanderveer. Honorable Christopher Warner, retired. Honorable John Wilkerson. And last but not least, Honorable Glenn Yabuno, our former presiding judge. Thank you all for being here this evening. We also have Morgan Baxter, who is the Deputy Court Executive Officer of Operations. We have also Annabelle Z. Romero, who is the San Bernardino Superior Court Executive Officer. If we can have a hand for the court executive. We have Jessica Andelon. She is with the 5th District Constituent Representative. Prince Obijgati, and he is with California State Assembly District Representative. And also Karen Spiegel with the Riverside County Board of Supervisors. I would like to also acknowledge our board, San Bernardino Legal Aid Board. Let me start with the executive officers. Eugene Kim, who is our vice president. Where are you, Eugene? We have our secretary, Susie Carrillo. Who could not join us tonight is Robert McBurney, who is our treasurer, and I am Joyce Holcomb. I am your board president. Thank you. We also have board of directors, my apology, Michael Scafidi, our president emeritus, right before me. The man. Our board of directors, we have Barbara Keogh, who's here this evening. We also have Dean McVeigh. He's over there. We also have, well, Mark McGuire could not join us this evening. And we have our former, who is also an honoree, Connie Johnson. We have Bill Shapiro, who is seated over here. Bill Lemon could not join us this evening, but he is also on our board. And last but not least, we have our honorees this evening, who we have Miss Virginia Blumenthal, who is walking right down the aisle here. We have Honorable Judge Sachs. I believe he stepped out to take pictures, but please let's give him a round of applause. And we have Miss Connie Johnson, who's joined us this evening. I also want to acknowledge who really put this evening together and made us organize, Pablo Ramirez, who is our Executive Director of Legal Aid Society. I must tell you, I have been board president. I took over in, I believe it's 2021, and when we started off, we had 10 employees. We now have over 37 employees. My apology, I forgot Michelle Daly. Michelle Daly is board member, and my apology. Please, let's give a round of apology for Michelle Daly. Returning to Pablo, he is going to be honored on March 6th, and he is going to receive the Mitchell Roth Service Award, and I want to bring him up right now. He is going to be our keynote speaker, but I want to tell everyone all of the praises that this man deserves. Number one, we have gone from having our gala at the Arrowhead Country Club to look how we are now, sold out 2 weeks before the event. Pablo, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening. So I want to apologize. I meant to memorize the speech, but this gala took a lot of my time. So I did it. So I'm going to be reading off of this piece of paper because I know I'm going to forget. I really tried my hardest, so I apologize beforehand. But I am very grateful to lead Legal Aid Society San Bernardino. So as I stand here before tonight, not merely in my role as Executive Director of the Legal Aid Society San Bernardino, but as someone whose life has been profoundly touched by the power of legal aid, I'm reminded of the journey that has brought us here. My personal path from growing up in a low-income household, undocumented household, and to navigating the complexities of the family legal system as a young father has taught me the invaluable lessons that justice reach and its transformation of impact on lives. These experiences did more than challenge me. They fueled my commitment to ensuring that no one is denied their rights due to their circumstances. Tonight we gather not just to reflect on what we've accomplished, but to celebrate our shared vision for a future where justice is accessible to all. It's a celebration of the incredible strides we made together in making our community a place where justice is not just a concept, but a living, breathing reality for everyone, regardless of their background. Our achievements are not just numbers or statistics. They are a testament to the hard work, dedication, and compassion of every member of our team. From the incredible efforts of our Access to Justice honorees, Honorable Michael A. Sachs, Virginia M. Blumenthal, and Connie S. Johnson, to each volunteer and staff member who contributes their time and expertise, every effort towards our mission. Your dedication not only serves our community, but it sets an inspiring example for all of us. In the face of the challenges brought on by the pandemic since 2020, our team has shown remarkable resilience and innovation. We modernized our operations, embraced technology, and expanded our reach, all while ensuring that our workplace remains an inclusive, diverse, and welcoming environment. By fostering an environment where every staff member feels valued and empowered, we built a stronger workplace to serve those in need of more effectively. This commitment to diversity and inclusivity in our workplace reflects our broader mission to serve every segment of our community with empathy and respect. Our efforts have led to a meaningful outcome, serving 17,419 individuals, assisting over 7,000 households, and extending our support to veterans, the disabled, those with limited English proficiency, and families seeking to prevent homelessness or escape domestic abuse. These achievements underscore the impact of our collective action and the importance of continuing to strive for a society where access to justice is a reality for all. To those who volunteer, your generosity and commitment are truly making a difference. And if you're looking to join this impactful group, it's as simple as picking up a card, a volunteer card tonight. So if you look at your program, you'll see that there is a volunteer card in there. That's an opportunity for you to volunteer, to serve with amazing volunteers that we have. For example, Pam Swift, which is one of our top 3 volunteers, who has always volunteered for us. All you have to do is pick up that card, sign your name, and the legal aid clinics, very simple, we maximize your time, and we will take all your volunteer time. A couple minutes, we maximize it. We will take what you got. So looking ahead, we are committed to expanding our services, fostering our collaborative partnerships, and continuing to innovate. Our board of directors, under the leadership of Joyce M. Holcomb and Michael A. Scafidi, alongside an incredible staff and volunteers, are the driving force behind our mission. Together we are dedicated to closing the justice gap and building more equitable society, one case, one family, one community at a time. Thank you for the unwavering support, for believing in the transformative power of legal aid, and for being part of this vital journey. Your help makes all this possible. Let's continue to work together towards a future where justice is accessible to everyone, making our community stronger and more just for generations to come. And I will make one last plea, that volunteer card, thanks to Ms. Michelle Daly, we do have a $400 gift card for the opportunity to volunteer and join and help, an opportunity to win a gift card of $400 that can help you give back to the community. So thank you each and every one, and congratulations to our honorees, and I'm very honored to lead Legal Aid Society of San Bernardino. Thank you for your time.
If I may have David Myers please join me. Mr. Myers is the founder of the Florentino Garza Foundation, and I would like for him to give us a few words on what that really means. Mr. Myers.
Thank you. How are you? This is a message really for Ms. Patel, who volunteered, I think, this summer, and is going to be a recipient of that. Ms. Patel is over at Laverne, and I think she's in her 2nd year. And Ms. Patel, I think like a lot of us as young attorneys, or as a lot of us young students, I think it's at times overwhelmed. Ms. Patel, you and I have something in common. You and I have never met Tino Garza. Mr. Garza passed away a couple years ago. But if you stay in this community, you will know Tino Garza. I think for a lot of us, Tino was a son, a father-in-law, a father, a friend, a mentor, a coworker, somebody to look up to. A lot of people in this room that knew Tino very, very well, and you and I will never have that opportunity to know him. You and I will have that opportunity to know of him. You have this little golden ticket now. When the conversation dies down, all you have to do is, when you're in a room full of older people, you just have to say, oh, one time I received a Tino Garza Fellowship Award. And then you just sit back and listen as the older people just talk. You just sit there and be polite and you nod. There's a lot to learn from that legacy. We live a life in which you will have a relationship with people that you will develop. People will know you, and people will be proud of you. I know I met your parents briefly, and I have a 13, 15, and a 17-year-old. And I think as a parent, all we want our kid is to be happy and to be kind, right? You made a decision to volunteer this summer working for the legal aid, and that's to be commended. So I think at the end of the day, that's exactly who you are, right? I encourage you to have a life of practice that when people talk about you, they know of you even though they never met you, right? You live a life of virtue, you live a life of kindness, you live a life of granting extensions when other people need extensions, and then you keep granting extensions when the other side needs extensions. Because trust me, you will need an extension at some point in your career. And so the second thing would probably be good for you to do is know how to do code-compliant responses. Because quite honestly, the judges in this room have yet to see a code-compliant response. So if you know how to do a code-compliant response and you are kind, you will be one heck of an attorney, right? But I say this because of the fact that Judge Thomas Garza and Judge Donna Garza knew a man that they loved, and that was family. I knew Tino Garza through Judge Pacheco. Judge Pacheco and Tino Garza had a relationship that Judge Pacheco was proud of and that he honored. And that's how I got to know who Tino Garza is. And I still hear that name. So I will leave it at that. I encourage you to live a life as an attorney that your parents are proud of, and that is one of humility and grace, and you will do well with whatever you do. Sound good? All right, Mr. Patel. You don't have a job at the Myers-Leigh Pride yet, but there's an 80% chance it's going to happen at some point. With that, should I introduce Judge Thomas Garza?
Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it very much. I wanted to offer some thanks, certainly to San Bernardino Legal Aid Society, and certainly Mr. Myers and his wife for establishing this foundation in my father's name. Mr. Ramirez, in particular, thank you for all your help and everything you've done for legal aid. And he had asked me to say a few words about my father. Some of you may not have met him, as Mr. Myers had just mentioned, and I'll try to give you a brief overview of what he was like. He practiced here in the Inland Empire in San Bernardino Redlands for over 50 years, and he had some notoriety and success in an international sense with being fundamental in creating and founding a jury system in Spain and Romania. On a national level, he was asked to help the state of Texas during the Howard Hughes litigation, and as a result of that, in gratitude, the Attorney General from the state of Texas made my father an honorary admiral in the Texas Navy. Yes, Texas has a Navy. And then here in California, at one time he had been a nominee for the Supreme Court. And ultimately that appointment went to Cruz Reynoso. But I think in hindsight, it worked out better for my father because of his commitment and devotion here to the community of being a person that could help people one-on-one. I think a story he told me when I was young about what probably started all of his career in law was when, after both his parents had died and he was orphaned, he told me that he had gone to the church they would attend, and there was always a man that would come in a white suit. And that man would donate money and always bring candy for the children. And that left an indelible and lasting impression on my father because that man was a lawyer. And he thought, this is how I can help people. So that really is something that I look and met with Ms. Patel and her family this evening. Very lovely people. And in reading what I had learned about her, she appears to be right on course to be helping others as well. I know that she's a second-year law student at the University of Laverne College of Law. She has already attained her real estate license, and I understand that she's working on also obtaining an insurance certificate. She's already been a paralegal and interned at 2 law firms and has made court appearances in landlord-tenant cases, which really gets into where she wants to help the community because she has a keen interest in trying to help those that are facing evictions and the homeless. And in that regard, she also indicated that she has her personal resources she devotes from her church to helping homeless people. So I take great pleasure in announcing and awarding Ms. Karen Patel for the 2024 Florentino Fellowship Award.
Patel, would you please come forward so we can see you? I am honored because I had an opportunity, Ms. Patel, please come forward. I had an opportunity to meet your family who's here, and what a pleasant family. I know that you do not want to speak this evening, however, I do have some words. And everyone wants to know what Ms. Patel looks like, so that's the reason why I brought you forward. But I have some words from the Dean, Kevin Marshall, of the University of Laverne College of Law and Public Service. So I'm going to read what he wanted to say this evening. He could not join us. My sincere apologies to everyone tonight for not being able to attend this evening's event, especially Ms. Patel. The work everyone in this room does truly makes a meaningful difference to our community, stakeholders, and most importantly, those in need of a voice. And to Ms. Patel, I want you to know that everyone at the College of Law and Public Service is so very proud of you for this remarkable recognition. We are honored that one of our own this year is the recipient of the Florence Garza Fellowship. It is a testament to your leadership and your service as a board member of the College Women's Legal Society, as well as a testament to your commitment to public service and community outreach. It is with great Leo pride that I wish you, on behalf of the College of Law of Public Service, congratulations with regard to this incredible fellowship. Everyone, Ms. Patel has an incredible energy and vitality that vibrates and shines at the College of Law. She is an exemplary recipient of this award and will set the bar high for the future fellows in terms of giving back to the San Bernardino community. Let's give her a round of applause. I would now like to acknowledge our top 3 volunteers. We only have one that has joined us this evening, and that is Pamela Edwards Swift. And I must say that Pam is my dear friend. She is the person that I talk to every morning on my way to the office. She sets my day, and I am so honored to have her as a friend. Miss Pamela Edwards Smith, will you please come forward? It is with immense gratitude and deep appreciation that we extend this proclamation to recognize the exceptional contributions and outstanding service for your volunteer attorney, Pamela Edwards Swift. Your selflessness, dedication to the pursuit of justice, and tireless efforts to provide legal assistance to those in need should be recognized. I am so honored to present to you this honor. This is a star. It is a paperweight. And it is, the reason why it's important is that we want you to remember on your desk all of the hours that you have helped people who are in need, underrepresented, and all of the hard work that you do. In addition, we have a certificate of recognition from the Mayor and City Council from San Bernardino that we would like to present to you, as well as a certificate of recognition from Eloise Gomez Reyes. Well, thank you. Thank you for all of your service. I would also like to thank Walter Moore. He could not join us this evening, as well as Jointy Jennings Roth, who also could not be here this evening, but I will accept the award on their behalf. If I may now, Mr. Clark, it is time to entertain you. I would like to bring Troy Clark To the stage, the incredible Troy Clark.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Yes, in other words, I love you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be with access to Legal Aid Gala tonight. I want to thank all our sponsors who made this evening possible. And let's congratulate all the honorees and the pro bono volunteers for their work with a round of applause. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You're all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
That although we're here to honor our honorees, we are also here because we need to bid. Please, let's keep those bids going. We have so much spectacular stuff. If you like alcohol, we have alcohol. If you want sports, we got sports. You want girly stuff, we got that for you too. In fact, Valentine's was yesterday. If you didn't get your spouse something, go shopping right now. At this point in the program, I want you all to see the great work that Legal Aid has done. We have a testimonial that we're going to show you, and I'm going to tell you right now, get your napkins out because it is absolutely heart-wrenching. But you need to see the wonderful work that Legal Aid has been doing for 2023. May we start the video?
Hi, my name is Sherry Adams. I am the mother of two daughters. At the time of the assistance that I got, my daughters were 12 and 14. My husband had passed away of a terminal illness a few months before, and my older daughter, Eva, she was 14, went into a pretty deep depression. She was online a lot and ended up meeting someone online who started to groom her. It just seemed like a predator and a trafficking type situation. So I reached out to the FBI, and the perpetrator and his family actually flew all the way out to California, took her. I asked my friend about Legal Aid, and it's also next door to where I take my kids to the dentist. So I went in and reached out, and they were one of the first people that actually made me feel like they could help me and do something for me. I just wanted to feel safe that she wouldn't get taken again. So I went in and they helped me fill out all the forms for to get an emergency restraining order. the books were like this thick to fill out to get all that paperwork done, and I would have had no idea where to begin. My mental capacity wasn't at a place where I could have done it even if I wanted to. They really helped me in a way that I couldn't have done it myself if it wasn't for them. The judge read it and looked at it and was like, he agreed that it looked like it was like a trafficking type of situation, granting us a 5-year restraining order because they wanted to make sure that it extended beyond the time that she was 18 years of age. So the only way for me to really, honestly, truly feel safe was with these restraining orders. I just want to say thank you to all the donors that donate money to legal aid to make a service like this available to people like me. I would never have been able to get that paperwork filled out or the restraining orders taken care of in a timely fashion like I did, or even in any fashion, because I couldn't afford an attorney. You know, I feel like you make a world of difference for people that really don't have that extra helping hand in their lives, and that service is just invaluable. Thank you.
Tonight, our theme is labor of love, and I will tell you the definition is doing work that you don't receive money for, you don't receive recognition for. People like Pam Edward Swift, who volunteers many hours of her day to help underprivileged. And I will say Michael Scafidi, who also donates, and he's done a lot of work on the Satterfield case. And Bill Shapiro, who's also a stakeholder and volunteers his time. I am here, I'm asking each and every one of you, if I can get 10 hours over a year period, if you will please fill out this card that's in your programs. And if you can do 10 hours, by the way, at $300 an hour, that's a $3,000 donation. I am personally asking all attorneys, please give us your time. In order for us to put on activities like this and to help women, just that you heard, we need more attorneys. We need attorneys, we need hours. If you can please fill this card out. For every 10 hours that you're willing to donate to legal aid, you will have an opportunity to win a $400 gift card. That is thanks to Michelle Daly's sister. If you can do 20 hours, that equates to $6,000. You can then have a second chance to win that $400 gift card. Please, if any of you have filled this card out, please hold it up so we will have someone come and pick up those cards. Can I have anyone volunteer? Pam, you've already done. Angelique Bonanno, 10 hours. Let's give her a round of applause. Can I have anyone else? 10 hours. Dean McVeigh, love you, darling. Rory, we got Rory, thank you. Mrs. Shapiro is helping to collect. Fill out your card, please. Fill. Anyone else? Right here, thank you. Thank you, thank you. We will be collecting these cards throughout the evening. By the way, State Bar has changed how our funding is given to us. It used to be based on our population and the service that we would give. Well, now they're changing it. And of course they're doing it so that they can get more attorneys. They want more volunteers because that's what it is. It is the volunteer hours that really help our legal community. And we need, as a community, to come together because there's a lot of folks that need our assistance. Now, if you cannot donate 10 hours, there's another thing you can do. You can write us a check. And I'm not asking for a $3,000 check, but I will have Mr. Bill Shapiro and Mike Scafidi pick it up after in a moment.
to me, never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. The great Chris Lee on the sax. No, never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
My friend Dean McVeigh.
Thank you. By the way, what an amazing group of people tonight. I think this is like the who's who in the IE law. I mean, look around at everyone. Beautiful, too. You guys really outdid yourselves. As Joyce mentioned, my name is Dean McVeigh, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of serving on the board of directors for San Bernardino County Legal Aid. And I get to talk about the first award recipient of the night, Connie Johnson, who's over here. But before I do, I want to take a brief moment to congratulate the other two award recipients, Judge Sachs and Virginia Blumenthal, on their awards. And I'd like to thank them for their service to the community for many, many decades. I've had the opportunity to have Judge Sachs preside over many of my cases, and I've seen what a thoughtful, considerate, insightful judge he is, and I've seen him recruit volunteer mediators for his October mediation week, which was extremely successful. It resulted in over 650 civil cases being settled through volunteer mediators, such as many of you in the room. And the really interesting thing about that is those litigants did not have to pay anything to have their case settled. That would have otherwise clogged the court system and spent weeks and weeks and weeks of the court's time. So congratulations. And I've seen him recruit people from the bench, including Mr. McVeigh, wouldn't you like to come back next week and volunteer to mediate cases for us? He's very good at arm twisting, especially with that black robe on. And my dear friend, Virginia Blumenthal, I just adore you. We've been friends for over 30 years. I used to share an office right next to her at the Barristers Building in Riverside about 30 years ago. And I have seen up close and personal her service, her dedication to the community and to the legal profession for all of these many years. And Virginia, as you know, I absolutely adore you, and you were one of my mentors. In fact, at one time she served as president, I think she still is, of Riverside Philharmonic. At the same time, I was president of the San Bernardino Symphony, and I was president because of her example. And after I joined the San Bernardino Symphony Board, I joined 9 other boards. My mom tells me it's time to rotate off some of them. But that's because of Virginia. She's on every board, she's volunteering her time, and a beacon in the community. So I owe a huge debt of gratitude to you, Virginia, and the mentor and the shining light on the hill that you've been to so many of us, formerly younger attorneys. So thank you. I used to be one of the young ones. And then another dear friend who's inspired me as well over the last 20 years is Connie Johnson. When I first joined the San Bernardino office of Lewis, Brisbois, Bisgard, and Smith 21 years ago, Connie worked as a legal assistant with Ken Kriebel, who was then our first managing partner of the San Bernardino office. Connie helped keep her entire team and practice group on the straight and narrow path. And so it's no surprise that she helped do the same thing for legal aid. Connie joined the Legal Aid Board in 2014 and retired from the board just last year in 2023 because of her declining health. But Connie was the first paralegal to ever be asked to join the board of directors. And in fact, she's the first paralegal to ever win this Access to Justice award. And that really says a lot about Connie. I've told Connie many times all she needs is a bar number next to her name, because she truly is a much better lawyer than many of the lawyers that I've met. None of you in this room, but you know who they are. And despite Connie's health and mobility challenges, Connie valiantly served legal aid for over 9 years, 5 years as the board secretary, and always a staunch advocate for pro bono volunteerism, a fierce fundraiser, an invaluable ally in obtaining sponsorships for our annual Access to Justice galas, and in fact, Connie was the face of the Access to Justice Gala for many years in raising much needed funds and in-kind donations. And my first involvement with legal aid was when she asked me to do the gala centerpieces for many years. They're much better now because I'm not doing them. Somehow she then segued me into joining our board. I think Mike Scafidi had a hand in that as well. But thank you, Connie, for all that you've done for legal aid. I have to tell you, I've long admired Connie's ability to convince people to donate to legal aid. It's really an art and a skill, and I encourage you to ask her how she does it. I've seen it up close and personal. But I also admire her work ethic, her drive to get things done. She digs in, gets the work done, and over the past 9 years that she has served on the Legal Aid Board of Directors, there was much work to do. There's a lot of volunteer hours that happen on our Board of Directors. And a few years ago, we had some staffing changes at Legal Aid, and when we asked for volunteers to meet with employees to discuss internal leadership changes with staff, Connie was the first one to raise her hand and volunteer to go to the office with then President Mike Scafidi and to deliver some not so pleasant news to some people. Now keep in mind, at that time, the office building was on the 2nd floor. There was no elevator and only stairs. Connie had mobility issues at the time, and that did not deter her. I've asked her if I can share this because it's a little personal, and she said yes. It took her 20 minutes to walk up the stairs that day, while in excruciating pain, and that did not stop her. On her way down the stairs, she had to sit on the steps to carefully navigate the steps so as to avoid falling. Again, she was not deterred in her efforts. Nothing would stop Connie from helping out legal aid, even when her body was not willing. Her spirit was always fierce. How many of us would have said, you know what, there's no elevator, can't walk up those stairs, find somebody else to do it. I'm not the person for the job. But that's not Connie. She spent the entire day there, going through files, talking to employees, delivering some bad news. She got her hands dirty. It wasn't a glory job. It was a dirty job. She worked hard and tirelessly because that's what Connie does. It's rare to meet somebody with Connie's work ethic and her desire to help, even with their own physical limitations. This is just one of many, many countless stories that I could tell you tonight. If I did tell you all the other stories, we'd be here all night, and I know you have other things to do. So due to time constraints, I won't go into the other examples. But let's just say we owe a huge debt of gratitude to Connie Johnson for all she has done for legal aid and for the lasting impact she leaves with our board. You know, the old saying goes, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish and you will feed for a lifetime. Well, Connie's impact with our legal aid board will continue for generations as she's taught so many of us through her example. And that will continue now, even though she's no longer an active board member. By the way, Legal Aid isn't the only nonprofit she's helped. She's also served on the San Bernardino Symphony Board of Directors. She served as president of the Inland Counties Association of Paralegals from 2013 to 2018, where she helped that organization thrive and expand. And as you can imagine, Connie is no stranger to awards and recognitions for her hard work and efforts. She is the past recipient of the Legal Assistant of the Year Award from the Western San Bernardino County Bar Association in 2020. She received the National Association of Legal Assistants Association's National Achievement Award in 2010, 2011, 2014, and 2016, and was named the National Association of Professional Women Woman of the Year 2014 to 2015. Connie exemplifies an unwavering commitment to making a positive impact in our community through her tireless dedication to legal aid. Her efforts have not only provided invaluable assistance to those in need, but have served as an inspiration to all of us. In a world where access to justice is crucial, Connie has truly stood out, demonstrating compassion, expertise, and an unyielding belief in the power of legal aid to bring about positive change. This award tonight is a testament to your hard work, Connie, and to your perseverance, and to the countless hours spent advocating for those who may not have a voice. And Connie, your dedication to the principles of justice and your commitment to making legal aid accessible to all is truly commendable. Tonight's award is not just a recognition of your achievements, but also a celebration of the positive change you have brought to our community. Your unwavering commitment to legal aid has played a crucial role in advancing our mission to provide access to justice for those in need. Your expertise and passion have truly made a lasting impact. We will forever, forever love you and adore you and thank you for all you have done. And your work will result in many more years of leadership to those you have mentored. Thank you for your outstanding contributions. And on behalf of everyone gathered tonight, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you, Connie. May this recognition inspire others to follow in your footsteps, ensuring that justice remains a beacon of hope for all. Congratulations, Connie.
Hello. Oh, it's working now. I just want to, of course, thank all the board for the legal aid for this award. When I was told that I had been nominated for the award, I'm like, there are so many other people who deserve this more than I do. But they felt that my contribution had made a difference, and I am honored to be here tonight. Winnie the Pooh asked Christopher Robbins what he wanted to be when he grew up. And Christopher Robbins said, I want to be kind. And kindness is something that is free. it's not always easy to give. I understand that. Some people, I've got to reach down deep into my soul to find kindness for this person. But it's always there, and it always makes a difference. I have been in the legal field going on 35 years now, and this award is, to me, it's not being about being a paralegal. It's not about how many words a minute I can type. It's simply about one thing: being kind in a way that allows you to give to those who are less fortunate than yourself. And they're out there. You don't have to look for them. And sometimes it's a struggle. I know one morning I woke up and I was in pain, and I'm just like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm just done. I'm going to tell my husband, he's going to call my office, and I'm just done. And I turned over and I turned on the TV and turned on the news, and the first story that came up was a story about a woman who was born without legs. And I thought, I am such a whiner. I got up and I felt so ashamed, because there are always people who are worse off than we are. I rarely speak about the physical issues I've gone through in my life. There have been many. They rarely provide me any downtime. Yet throughout my life, even with all of the issues I've had, I have been able to help out with Special Olympics. I was a scout leader for my son's scout for 2 years. I donated to Locks of Love 5 times. And I think I'm going for number 6 now. Hair's free, it keeps growing. For some of us. As Dean said, I was on the board of directors for the Inland Counties Association of Paralegals, and I am on the UCR Paralegal Advisory Committee. I have raised a couple $1,000s for the Garden of Innocence, if you're not sure what they are. They are a nonprofit that provides Christian burials for abandoned babies, which that's one association that I have really had in my heart. And then, of course, the board of directors for the Legal Aid Society of San Bernardino, where I have helped thousands and thousands of people. You have no idea what that feeling is like, to just know that you have touched so many lives. You have helped so many people. It's overwhelming sometimes to know what you can do with just, it doesn't cost any money. It's just doing it with your heart. My parents passed away, but I want to say something to my dad. You were wrong, Dad. I have been able to make a positive impact on the lives of so many, even with defective legs. And to my mother, I would like to say, Dad was wrong, Mom. And we were right. And I would like to thank you, Mom, for believing in me and encouraging me all these years. And what a joy it has been to do what I have done. And I hope that others will follow in my path and step up and just help out others. They're always there. They need our help, so please do what you can for them. Thank you so much.
On behalf of the Legal Aid Society of San Bernardino, I would like to present to you the medallion of access to justice. Also, on behalf of the County of Riverside Board of Supervisors, we have a certificate of recognition. On behalf of the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors, we have another certificate of recognition. And from the Mayor of San Bernardino and the City Council, we also have a certificate of recognition. And on behalf of Eloise Gomez Reyes, Majority Leader Emerita, 50th District, we have a certificate of recognition. Connie, I want to personally thank you for all of the service you gave to us at Legal Aid. Thank you. Thank you so very much. All right, I have another testimonial because I haven't jerked your hearts enough. I would like to show you a second video, and this one is just heart-wrenching. Would you please play the video?
From despair to safety. See how your support changes lives.
My name is Young Park Mia. Last year, February 3rd, the landlord come into my house, knocking on a kitchen door. He asked rent, but I already paid, prepaid 4 months of rent. He tried to come in, and I was in a sleepwear. I told him no, and I tried to close the kitchen door. He put his foot between door and the wall, and he pushed the door, keep pushing in the middle of the living room there, and then pushing me, so I fell. My both feet up in the air. I fell really bad. And then I lost my consciousness, but no police come at all. The paramedic come. I said, I'm okay. And the paramedic officer said, no, you're not. Your pupil is wide open. It's not closing. And he keeps saying, look at me. They rushed me to the emergency room. And I was paralyzed for left side. I was in a hospital almost 4 months, February. My right side neck, behind my neck, 4 discs fly out. There's no disc. They said she needed surgery immediately. I was devastated, emotionally, physically. Every day I cry, every day. And then he sued me for eviction. But I was not owed him. I was never late for rent. Terrible, unspeakable. He pushed me to the cliff and stepped on it, put a stone in a wound. That's how I felt. I mean, how did he do that? And I don't know what to do. And I found you guys. I was Googling, I don't know what to do. I found the legal aid. I was total lost. I don't know what to do. I was really gonna kill myself. Because everything is unbelievable. I haven't done nothing wrong, total nothing wrong. So I called legal aid. They make me appointment quickly. Because they said I need only 5 days to answer. And when I get there, everybody was so nice to me. It still brings me a tear in my eye because I cannot believe. I thought only bad people here. They take care of me like they know me like years. And I was so surprised, and I don't know how to thank them. I still owe them so much, and I wish someday I can pay. They even should have the restraining order. No more hour, okay. But in the morning early, the Uber don't come this area. So I made a reservation night before. So I don't miss it 8 o'clock. He said, make sure they get it before 5 days pass. So I did. And when I get there, they said they received fax from Mr. Alberto yesterday. I go to the court with Mr. Armstrong with the restraining order. I feel very grateful to Mr. Armstrong and all his staff. They helped me. The people who are going to donate money to the legal aid, they're gonna have, I think they do the most right thing they're gonna do. Oh, God bless them. They see what the legal aid people do to people like me. I think they're gonna be so happy what they did. If they donated, they're gonna be so well off that what their donation go to. If they see the legal aid people, what they're doing to people like me, they're gonna be so proud what they did to themselves. Now they're gonna be so proud themselves that they donated to the right place to save people. I strongly believe that. If there's ever a good time coming, in my situation, I will donate it myself too. Please give them a call. Then they will give you a hand and they will pull you. They will pull you out of the swamp you are in, and they're gonna help you more than you expected.
That is just an example of the work that we have done through Legal Aid for 2023. I would like now to bring Mr. Bill Shapiro and Mr. Mike Scafidi. Okay, abracadabra, Mike Scafidi.
He's always a day late. It's okay.
And a dollar short, right?
So these are just examples. Excuse me, a little bit of a cold going on. These are just examples of what we see in the clinic at Legal Aid. And so the first thing that we want you to do is remember to get this card out. Now 10 hours is a pittance. Okay, let's get real. It's nothing in our world in a year. So 10 hours is very little time. It's remote these days. Back in the day, in the late 70s, when I was doing Legal Aid, I remember Tino Garza going to Legal Aid. And all the players in San Bernardino, they went to Legal Aid. All the hitters, I was just a young guy, brand spanking new. And I would see these senior lawyers, Alan Gresham, Tino Garza, the people that we just completely look up to. And they didn't have to fill out cards. They would go and we would get Roberta Schaus had a chicken dinner for us. And so it turned from a little Legal Aid to what I look out here today. I've been on the board now for 42 years. And And it's astonishing, I don't need that. I just mean it's astonishing to see what was has turned out to be. So let's do this. I know that when Joyce said, hey, get your name on these cards, I'm gonna call upon people after we finish this live auction. I'm gonna say, hey, come on, step up. Come on, it's 10 hours. For every card everybody puts in, I'll put another hour in. Okay? For everybody's card, I'll put another freaking hour in. All right? So we want, and I'm telling you, and Mike will put 2 more hours in.
I will not. I'll put 1 hour and 1 minute.
I've been talking to this guy his whole career, so get those cards out, they're in there. So these are the people that we deal with all the time, and you would not believe the problems that people come in with. And it really is a bit of a heart-wrenching thing at the end of the night when you go to clinic. And anymore, you don't go to clinic. It's all remote. Jeez, it's all Zoom. Everything is Zoom. And by the way, Connie, you're badass, but I didn't know you were that badass. And Virginia and Judge Sachs, what can anybody here say, but everyone's in awe of both you, all 3 of you, phenomenal. Mike, I'll let you get a word in. Go ahead.
Thank you. Just a real quick comment. First of all, congratulations to our winners. Connie, wonderful as always. Judge, amazing. Virginia, a living legend in our community. She's an iconic lawyer in our community. She's our version now of Tina Garza. She truly is. She's just like Tina. In regards to the 10 hours, let's think about it. I've seen all the lawyers I know out here, and every one of the lawyers that are out here that are successful, you know what they call a 10-hour workday? Leaving at lunch. Okay? Really. How many of you are putting 12, 15, 16 hours, 5 days a week, 6 days a week? We just need 10 hours for a year. Greg and Darren and everyone at that table. Except John, we don't need your 10 hours. So it really isn't that much time. We should have at least 20 lawyers fill out those cards tonight, okay? So I'll make a deal with everyone. If we get 20 new lawyers to fill those cards tonight, I'll donate another Padre game against, let's say, not the Mets, because I gotta go to those.
And that's in addition to his 2 extra hours for every card.
In addition to 1 hour and 1 minute.
And
so
the first guy,
20, I'll donate another one, and we'll do a raffle, and the person who does the first 10, we'll give them that too.
and the first guy to turn a card in, because he didn't get recognized, was Darren Lipinski, who raised his hand. He said, hey, I'm here. He's going to give 10 hours. And I'm telling you, there's some people that are going to be off the charts. All of you guys don't know it yet. You what now? There's 4 or 5 more. Look at this, man. Ask them
10 more. We need 10 more to hit our numbers.
But 20.
What do we got there?
Mark Flory.
Right, Mark.
Look at this. Jack Osborne. Jack, where you at?
It's in the back. It's right straight ahead.
Jeez, Jack, welcome home, bro. I'll tell you. And John Short, he's been a long time supporter.
True story. I just had a long conversation with John Short in the bathroom.
Well, hell, tell us about it, man. That's important stuff.
True story.
Look at this. Where's Lynn Freeman?
She's right there.
You're the bomb. There you go.
I did not talk to Lynn in the bathroom. I did not see her in there.
I thought it was going to get interesting, Mike. All right. So we're going to talk a little more, but let's get down to business. This is a live auction. This is where we're going to raise some money.
Got more?
Who is this person? Go ahead, Mike.
There's Chris Marbury. Where's Chris? Chris is a great guy. Thanks, Chris.
I want to make sure you guys understand it's remote. So when you have, Ted Frank is a bomb support, and her staff, the staff at Legal Aid, these people are on the ball. They set you up, it's all forms. I mean, come on, back in the day, they give you hey, you got a domestic case, you got to go try. I tried a family law case, that was Legal Aid in the 70s. Today, they give you a form, it's all decked out, they got the email address, they have the phone number, they have everything You just call them on the phone, not even a Zoom, it's a phone call. It's a piece of cake. So keep these cards coming in. So what we're gonna do right now, did you talk about Christopher Mark?
I did.
All right. So if you get the cards coming in, there's a beautiful young lady walking around here, a couple of beautiful young ladies that you can give the cards to.